What's up, Reject Nation? Merry Christmas. So, we were doing a live stream, and in the middle of the live stream, TOON Sandwich Art Spear Entertainment dropped this video. FANFICTASIA. Yeah, I got it right. Episode 1, the Phantom-like Menace. TOON Sandwich. Guys, it's TOON Sandwich. Like the Super Villain Bowl, Superhero Bowl, Super-Showdown-Bowl, a bunch of trailer spoofs. They're incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Let's watch this video. They encourage reaction, so hell yeah.
Let's see how many characters pop up.
Arise, warrior.
I'm up. No, I can't be here. How can I be here?
No! Dr. Manhattan. Captain Marvel.
Oh my god.
Too many characters to name at once. What's going on?
Beetlejuice.
No, this can't be happening. Oh no. Oh please, no. No, say something. You can't be dead. You can't be dead.
Oh.
No, you can't be alive. We killed you.
You can never kill me. I created you. I live within you. And all that you create.
No, I'm not here. This isn't happening. I'm in Fanfictasia.
You can run to the farthest corner of the universe, but in the end you'll realize you can never live together. There is no world where you can find peace. Heroes and villains.
Oh God!
Look at that V line.
Yeah, man.
The whole reason for being is to fight and destroy.
Where's that D line?
You're living in a fantasy world, pretending these labels don't exist. But if you think you found your happily ever after, you need to wake up.
It's actually sinister.
The bat got me.
The bat got me.
Another Batman dream? I'm not usually the jealous type, but now you've outnumbered my Mantis dreams 3-1.
No, I mean my bat.
Oh, now he's your bat.
My baseball bat. It doesn't matter. It's just a stupid nightmare. Mom, are you okay?
What?
Nuts. I woke the kids.
Kids?
You wake your brother. Mom, what's going on? What's going on?
Oh.
Molly, get back in the bed. But I'm up now. Did you have another dream about Batman?
Molly.
No, I didn't. And don't go spreading any of that around at school. I can keep a secret. I didn't tell you and Dad about Jimmy's arm.
What about Jimmy's arm? Oh, for Pete's sake.
He gave it to a girl he's in love with.
Shut up, Mott. But it's true. I do love her. That's wonderful, Jimmy, but it's not the relevant issue here. Typically, one gives, say, a lock of one's hair. Not an entire limb. It'll grow back. Well, of course it'll grow back, but not by tomorrow. What about your game?
I don't think it'll make much difference. Come on, it's 3 a.m. Motley, stop teasing your brother and get your butt back in the bed. Can you tell me the story of Fanfictasia again? No, it's bedtime. Please, I'll fall asleep as you tell it. What a glowing review. Please. All right, but just the abridged version. Dad, kick us off.
Oh, his name's
A
Jimmy.
quarter score 3 years ago. Dad, what? 8 years ago, Jimmy. Your forefather, me, and your foremother were integral in the emancipation of all future fanfictations from the clutches of the evil 24-karat super sociopath known as Oscar.
We killed him and he's dead. End of story.
One Direction.
What? Okay, I guess we're skipping forward a tad, but it wasn't the end of our story. Dr. Manhattan teleported all of us to our own private corner of the known universe. It wasn't much to look at in the beginning, but with Ego's powers and everyone's ideas, we built a world we could all call home. Drawing inspiration from our implanted memories and backstories, we made one world out of many, with realms to suit everyone. Urban realms.
Ooh.
This is cool.
This is awesome,
It's
man.
like actually cool.
Damn.
Realms under the sea,
Under the sea.
realms above the sky.
Wow. Wow.
And it was my idea to go back and see if there was anyone we'd left behind. Turns out I had a whole bunch of other arenas on the side. The inhabitants were very happy to see us. Rejoice, my friends! We've
that
come to
McConaughey?
rescue you
Yeah.
from this endless cycle of violence.
Everyone do what the sheep is doing.
Hey.
Motion.
Ah.
Yes. Stop motion characters, that's us.
It worked. On the greatest thought.
All right, put the twig away, Peck. You don't want to spook the natives.
I think I need a little more time to explain the situation.
After we got them all back home, our world got a whole lot bigger. Literally, ego increased its diameter by 20%. Around this time, we elected the FANFIC10, a group of esteemed individuals chosen by their peers to best represent the needs of everyone in matters of fanfictation policy.
And the first thing they did was to outlaw extreme acts of supernaturalism, such as mind control, regeneration, mass destruction, and time travel. But you know, it's been 8 years, and I gotta say, we're scraping by without them. Why weren't you two elected? Why indeed?
Your mother launched a very strong campaign that ultimately fell short, but she is still a pillar of our community. Some of the Fanfic 10 themselves come to her for therapy.
I charge them extra. It's my subtle revenge.
And don't forget the best part. I certainly hope I don't, because the 8th anniversary is coming up.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Now
You may kiss the bride.
All the brides.
Ooh, DC is starting on top, but it won't end there.
Wow, that is perfectly planted.
Yeah.
Looks like they actually did it.
Sounds like.
Privacy of our own home, and boom! Mr. Stork deposited you two in the pumpkin patch.
Well, Mr. Stork should have been wearing his raincoat. Wait, you skipped the part about the vault. Oh, the vault. Well, the Fanfic 10 decreed that certain weapons and objects that we brought from the arena were just too powerful and dangerous to be loose in the world. So they locked them up in a secure vault that can only be opened by the combined authentication of the Fanfic 10. But that's never gonna
No,
happen.
Cerebro.
Can I see inside the vault? No! What did I just say? That's not fair! I didn't get a say in any of this. Yeah, well, that's life, kiddo. You wake up in a strange world and you gotta either beat them or join them. Now go to sleep. Mom, am I a hero or a villain? What? Why are you asking that? It's just the kids at lunch were choosing teams based on whether their parents were heroes or villains, and they said since both my parents are anti-heroes, that makes me an anti-hero and they're all anti-anti-heroes. What's ridiculous? You're 7 years old. You're not heroes or villains. You're kids. You should just be having fun together.
It's a well-adjusted point of view.
You guys all get along, right? Yeah, of course. Good. Because otherwise you missed the whole point of the story. We fought so you don't have to. I know, Mom. Sleep, now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Good silicon heavens.
Oh, no!
Detective Odin's daughter.
Kinda hella.
Okay, first, slow down.
Hello, freeze is over.
Another light
Hella have
speeding
night
down.
fury.
goes to hell.
Extension. I'm in
Roger.
the middle of a massive case at the moment, and actually, you wouldn't happen to be a size 8 slipper. What? Are you serious? Of course I can handle it. I'm on the case.
Do they get in trouble for making this?
Justice
I
system,
have no idea.
the
Like,
people are represented
Thor
by
and
one
Org.
equally intelligent hero. This is his story.
That must have been the poster in the bedroom.
I know you're already serving 53 consecutive life sentences in Supermax, but if you don't play ball with the DA, I'm going to make things hard for you.
What are you gonna do? Send me to the electric chair?
Send you? You're in it. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that one. Let's run it from her line and I'll give it
Characters
a
from
raw
Hercules.
juice. Also, not to question the script, but is this accurate due process?
It's not the scene. Fanfic 10 just called for you.
God of Thunder. I'm on my way. Hey, Panic, grab some battery packs. Thorn Order is going mobile.
Empire Strikes Back building. Wow, this is so inventive.
Who found the body?
I did, Mom. Oh dear.
And who moved the body?
It was suspended from this descent
Captain
rig.
Planet!
By our powers combined, we winched it back up.
Ethan Hunt.
How could Tom Cruise have been taken out?
Hella. Thor, that was you.
Thor? Hell are you doing here?
Well, it appears there's been a homicide. Fanfic 10, no less. Want me on the case?
I'm on the case.
Well, I guess they didn't think you could handle it.
You're not a real detective.
How many homicide cases have you solved?
None. This is the first we've ever had.
Well, I've solved over 100. Enough for syndication.
Those aren't real cases. It's a stupid TV show.
So it's my 100 plus stupid TV show cases versus your 0 cases of any kind. I think that makes me the most qualified.
Stella, can we
there's
get
kind
a
of a
quick shot
point.
of you introducing yourself as Thor's assistant?
Why have you brought these two idiots? This is a murder investigation, not some cheap primetime escapism.
Hella, my job doesn't stop simply because all of FanFictasia is crying out for me to balance the scales of justice. But I swear on our mother, this investigation is my top priority.
Oh, can we get that again? There was a plane.
Hella, my job doesn't stop simply.
I have to deal with this dead body, but the first chance I get, I'm going straight to the Fanfic 10.
There's a dead body? Seems that Hunt has become the hunted, hanging off the world's tallest building. Well, clearly he was attempting a death-defying heist to steal encrypted data.
Or he was just doing his job when some jackass came along and ruined his day. Been there.
Go maintenance force.
Journal. Tonight, a window cleaner died in Gothtropolis.
Damage journal. Tonight, I found a missing Mogwai, and one of the city's most dedicated professionals was brutally slain in the line of duty. Crying spider emoji.
What villain could have done this? What makes you think it was a villain?
How did you all get here?
Well, my spider sense tingled, so I called Catwoman. I guess she called Shazam.
I called everyone.
Why didn't you turn on the super signal? Isn't that what it's for?
What a monstrosity that thing is.
This night was always the best time to commit a crime in Gotham. Or during the day. It wouldn't have mattered. We'd still have arrived too late. In the end, all we could do was cover him up.
All you could do was interfere with the crime scene?
We fight crime. We don't
Ew.
solve it. I've never even seen a crime scene before. Is this what they look like? Ew.
Oh, go and write an article about it, Clark. Leave the CSI to the pros.
Knife wound in the chest.
Oh, that wasn't a request, that was an observation, wasn't it? So, 2 knife wounds in the chest, but we can disregard the second one as it occurred post-mortem. We just cut our workload in half. 13.
Window was broken from the inside. I've got glass blood and cleaning equipment down below.
Why'd you put those there?
I didn't put them there, they fell.
It's like
I like that
airplane.
theory. So what's the next move?
I take the body to the lab and start hunting for a murderer.
Ethan hunting.
Ethan Hunt.
Morning, Dennis.
So funny.
What is this made-up world coming to?
Timmy, you want to lose that other arm?
Are the
Knock
kids
it
the
off,
killers?
you two. Save the gross
Maybe,
misconduct for the
actually.
game. Hey, Puddle, I'm borrowing your backpack.
Ethan Hunt was murdered in the city last night.
Moited. Are they sure he didn't just fall off the side of a plane?
Since he was stabbed whilst window cleaning.
Bad way to go.
Maybe they made a mistake. Wouldn't be the first case of the Fanfic Times having a printer retraction. So, what are your plans for this fine day?
Lara Croft invited
And
me to
then
go
no
tomb
skin.
raiding.
Is the coolest sentence ever spoken Jolie or Vikander?
Video game version.
Kicking it old school. Well, I trust you remember the deal. I've got them this time, but for next week's Take Your Parent to School Day, you're the parent they're taking to school on that day.
Yeesh. Why'd they have to outlaw time travel? We gotta skip forward to the day they leave home.
10 more years. Just gotta keep our heads above water. Segway!
I've never brought anyone here before. It's my special place. I come here once a week to decompress.
I thought only humans had to do that.
I mean emotionally. Seeing her come out of the darkness like a ghost ship gets me every time.
Oh my gosh, you're so deep.
I know, babe.
Ariel, listen to me. I don't trust this half-breed.
Sebastian, I don't understand what your problem is. He lives under the sea, has a gold trident, long flowing hair. This is my perfect match.
Well, ignoring the exoskeleton chilling daddy issues, I think there's another redhead in the picture. He is a philanderer.
A flounderer? Well, we all get a little erratic on the surface.
These flounders?
Now he has a woman in every port. Literally.
What is this? Someone's been dumping their trash in my ocean.
That's not trash.
Tell me to.
She's pretty hot.
So how'd you find this place?
Jones told me about it. Said he got an anonymous tip.
A tomb tip? Who made it?
Don't know. I've created several tombs myself, but it's no fun raiding when you already know where all the booby traps are.
Booby traps?
Yeah, you know. Poison darts, collapsing floors, bodies jumping out at you. Jones, where the hell have you been?
You were late, so I started without you.
I was right on time.
Guys, chill. There's plenty of tomb here for all of us.
Actually, there's not. I was just doubling back because I hit a dead end.
Nice.
Hey, I don't want to tell you guys how to do your hobbies, but
Beginner's luck.
do you smell smoke?
Is that...
Batman?
Which one?
Is this a joke?
It has to be. These tombs are full of fake bones and artifacts. None of it's real.
But Batman?
Someone's playing a prank on us.
I don't know.
got the
It looks
drawl.
like half of these bones have been recently burned.
How did you receive this anonymous tip?
I love that
Little bird
accent.
told me.
Jones,
Look, someone slipped it into my fanfic 10 suggestion box. Here. But you can't tell the others, okay? I'll get in trouble for abusing my position.
I knew him well, Lara. Well, I'm actually not sure which Batman this is, but they shared many traits.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
the tomb's collapsing. Run!
There it is.
No, wait.
What?
I don't know why you didn't do that originally.
Because it'll block the entrance or we'll be stuck in here until we die of thirst.
Who's in the entrance?
Oh, cool.
Are you sure you didn't make that tomb?
Jack. Pyrocyfic.
See if they've recast him for this too.
2 bodies in as many days. But how long was she down there?
Can't have been more than a week. I frequent that wreck.
Clear the decks. I have to make sure she's all here before she goes to the lab.
You heard her, you scabrous, scurvy scallywags!
Okay, she's all here.
Yarr! That big
Her eyes are as big as a
Giant
giant
squid.
squid's.
Hello. You left without me. Grabbing establishing.
Thor, you're not a detective.
Oh, really? Well, I just detected a hint of peevishness in your tone of voice.
I'll give you a hint, you son of a...
Don't bring Mother into this. Did the fanfic 10 or did the fanfic 10 not confirm my appointment?
Yes, but...
Case closed.
The case is far from closed, as you can clearly see.
So what are we thinking? Boating accident, shark attack?
Obviously not. She's been surgically dismembered and dumped. We'll try to reboot her and hopefully she can tell us what happened.
Hello, if you knew anything about electricity, you'd see she's clearly waterlogged. What you're suggesting could fry her circuitry.
So what do you suggest?
Well, we have to dry her out first. And there's only one surefire way to dry out a complex electronic device.
Oh, dudes, that was my lunch.
This is the stupidest idea you've ever had. And that's a high bar.
We'll come back in 12 hours once she's dried out and I'll give her a jolt from my electrodes. What's the ish?
Dudes? What's this?
Oh no.
Hella, you need to come back to the lab. Someone just brought in another body.
Don't make a joke about vaccines.
Fortunately, these teeth are on file. So which one is it?
George
Any of the
Clooney.
above.
George Clooney.
Who would kill George Clooney Batman?
George Clooney, for one.
Let's try and restrict our suspect pool to people on this planet.
Based on the carbon readings, I'd say death occurred almost 8 years ago.
That's almost as old as FANFICTASIA itself. How could no one have noticed he's been missing all this time?
It's George
Well, from
Clooney.
my understanding, all the Schumacher Batman characters gravitated towards Val Kilmer Batman.
Could Kilmer be the killer?
Kilmer's no killer.
What about the burnt femur? Also Clooney's?
No, I can tell you straight away that it's much more recent. Because it stinks. I'm scanning it now, but it will take some time to identify.
Did you learn anything from Ethan Hunt?
Well, you were right about the cause of death. Of the 2 wounds in the chest.
No, I told you to ignore the second one.
Yes, I got your message, Thor.
Oh!
A shot
Oh,
through the window and
goodness.
penetrated the chest. I found pieces of glass inside the wound. But Thor's handiwork is not the only mutilation this body has suffered post-mortem.
Oh, he's back.
It's the same as the one on Alita.
Where is Alita?
Oh, we left her on the Black Pearl for now. Put her head in a bowl of rice to dry out.
You what?
It was Thor's idea.
Look, it worked when I dropped my stock pad in the privy.
Hey, detectives. I found a clue on Clooney.
A clue.
I think they know.
If 5 years as a detective in the world's leading crime drama have taught me anything, it's to recognize the connective threads that betray the exploits of a serial killer. Of what?
Cereal. With an S.
Oh, I mean, that's horrible. Where to now?
The Ego Center. To find out who built that tomb.
Oh, damn.
Hey there. Voice let us just say thank you so much for watching this video.
Dude.
After months and months of maximum effort.
Guys.
You see above us.
So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, Arts Beer Entertainment, please consider doing so. Because it costs nothing, but means everything to these 2 mysterious
Gosh,
souls.
wow.
Who are you talking to? I'm breaking the 4th wall, sweetie. You'll understand when you're older. I want to do it now!
I can do it. Watch. Hi, everybody. That's not what it is, champ, but don't stop practicing. The only way to save Fanficasia is to let our powers combine. Earth, fire,
Wind, water.
by your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. By your powers uncombined, I don't even exist, and that terrifies me.
I never thought about that.
That's true. Wow,
That was
such
a-
wonder about this. That's amazing.
That was a tour de force of whimsy.
I mean, I gotta say, it's been a long day. It's been a long day, but I gotta say, I was really, really impressed with this on a wide variety. I want to see episode 2. I'm so used to, like the trailer spoofs and then, the superhero bowls and all that, which have its wraparounds and have its little story threads here or there, but they're usually like, they get a lot of these cameos and such, and it's really funny and really inspiring to see the kind of dedication of work they put in. Like, it's undoubtedly impressive, but I feel like they kind of up their game here because they have a real story they're actually telling now. Because a lot of times in like those other ones, characters come in, they have like a punchline, a punchline, a punchline, a punchline, just a bunch of random punchlines, and the whole idea is to see this crazy hodgepodge of people being thrown into this lottery. And then here, I want to know the mystery murder. I want to see the cases unfold. Like when they did the reveal of like the Oscar in the back of the necks and stuff, I was like, oh, ooh. That's actually kind of intense.
Mystery.
Yeah, it's actually kind of intense, man.
Throughout this, it kept bleeding into, okay, this is funny and everything, but now I'm actually feeling the like when she's first talking to Oscar at the beginning, I started to get entranced. I was like, this is a pretty scary exchange, and now being launched into this sort of fantasy of sorts, or we don't know exactly what the reality of the reality is, but this was just so inventive, and to take something that started out with just a bunch of referential characters coming together in a big medley. Now it's also grown its own legs into its own world, and it was so dazzling to see them literally build the world right before your eyes of Fanfictasia.
This is a cool series concept. Because people, they actually feel like characters here. They weren't just used for bits. I was even endeared to the Deadpool and Harley Quinn relationship. Seeing Harley as a mom and their personalities, I love like the incredibly sincere Deadpool that we got of He just seems really supportive and really caring and wants to be a good dad, and he loves his wife. And then Harley Quinn even kind of reinventing her, getting the dynamics of the kind of personality they did with, it feels like it honors the character that we know, but we're exploring a different aspect to them. Because to call this Fanfictasia, you want it to be that combination of fan fiction, but also bring something fresh and different. And I feel like they're doing that. It's like, do you have the characters who pop up in here for little bits to do like a little punchline or a joke, when, especially when you're in a crowd of people, like when they go to the Pirates of the Caribbean boat or the fighting session, you know, like little things like that. But for the ones they focus on, I thought it was really refreshing to get some actual characters, some actual mystery, to have it be exciting, not based off of watch their powers on display.
Yeah.
You're just watching the comedy unfold, and the jokes are pretty clever for the most part. I was gripped. I thought we were just walking into something funny and kind of like Super-Hero-Bowl, but they did something very different. I'm excited that they have a series in store here to follow an actual narrative and storyline, because yeah, the world that they've created by combining other worlds, I'm blown away.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. I'm very envious of this. This is very impressive.
It's funny because it is all this stuff that we know and love and is very familiar in pop culture, and yet there is something about it where I caught myself partway through that bedroom scene. I was like, oh yeah, we're just watching a scene they wrote. You know, happens to feature these characters in a totally new situation. And even though, yeah, you have a bunch of familiar stuff and references and member berries everywhere, it also started to feel like its own little lucid world. And then part of the surprise becomes not only picking out who's in the background, or the thing where it's like there are other domes with all these stop motion or cartoon characters and whatnot, but it also becomes about seeing like, okay, how's this character now going to get repurposed into the society of Fanfictasia? And now I'm thinking about this way more than I ever expected to. And yeah, like I love...
They built a world.
Exactly. And it feels tangible. It doesn't feel like, oh, you just took a bunch of notable characters and slapped them together. Like, this is one of those things that makes me really excited for the possibilities of what fan fiction can do. And I really hope that they don't run into any copyright troubles, because
I know they have in the past, so I'm hoping with this one especially.
Because this is just so like imaginative, and it is its own story, and it is, even though it's not like the real thing, really exciting to see like a skyline that has a Spider-Man statue and a Wonder Woman statue and all these different things, and an actual mystery that I want to see a second installment of. Like, I'm excited for this series now to continue, and they hinted at that, I feel like, with like the Super-Villain-Bowl kind of seemed more intricate, or like it was building on top of the Hero Bowl and all that. These guys will have their own, you know, like TV series before long. You know?
Well, I'm wondering how they're going to structure their episodes, because they got so many characters to toy with. Like, are these the main ensemble cast, or are we gonna focus on different characters the next time? Because putting them in like different positions within this world of, they built this utopia where everything can be good and peaceful and harmony, but then evil starting to seep in after several years. You focus on like Hela as this detective character, which I thought was great, and then getting a different dynamic with Hela and Thor. Like, Thor's personality is like, yeah, this is kind of like what I can imagine Thor being like.
Yeah, especially to his sister.
But I want to see what else they do with other characters now, not just make jokes, but what approaches they take.
And seeing how they can cleverly weave very different worlds together.
Yes, and the sets they've composed for this are so awesome. This is a very meta, obviously. It's very self-aware, but there's such creativity involved in the set design that they've built as well. Because, like in the other ones, the super villains and all that, Super Showdown, you know, it's all in the stadium. And like, while they might do some cool things here or there with locations, this is all
outside the stadium.
Yeah,
it's a whole new world. Yeah.
Oh man, I had no idea that we were walking into this.
Such a treat.
Merry Christmas to us all.
Like, by the time it ended, I was like, what? No. Like, keep going.
Artsphere Entertainment. You guys have outdone yourselves. Guys, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I don't know how just two people do this. And the voices are great, man.
And distinct from each other.
Yeah.
Hats off.
Hit the like button.
Hats off.
Link in the description box to watch the video if you haven't seen it already. Catch you guys soon.